All right, let's dive into a topic that honestly feels like it's pulled straight from a sci-fi movie, but it's not. It's a huge part of our world right now. We're talking about artificial intelligence. And no, it's not just about robots taking over. It's a revolution that's already happening all around us, every single day. Let me ask you something. Have you ever just, casually asked your phone what the weather's going to be like? Or maybe you're scrolling through Netflix and it serves up a movie that is so perfectly you, it's almost creepy? Yeah, those little moments, they feel like magic, right? Well, spoiler alert, it's not magic. If you've done any of those things, and let's be real, who hasn't, then you've already used artificial intelligence, probably in the last hour. It's this invisible engine that's powering so much of our modern lives. And today, we're going to pull back the curtain and see what's really going on. So, first things first, what even is artificial intelligence? I mean, really, let's get past the Hollywood version of evil computers and talking cars and get to what it actually means. The best place to start is to go way back to 1956, to the guy who literally coined the term John McCarthy. His definition was so simple, but so powerful. He called it the science and engineering of making intelligent machines. That's it. That's the mission. Okay, but what does an intelligent machine actually do? Well, it's a machine that can do things we normally think of as uniquely human. Stuff like learning as it goes, figuring out what we're saying, recognizing a face in a photo, or just plain making a decision. This is basically the checklist for what makes an AI an AI. All right, so now that we've got a handle on what AI is, let's get into the different flavors it comes in. It's time to peek under the hood and check out the engine that's behind all that magic we were talking about. The easiest way to think about this is like a ladder. Right now, today, pretty much everything we call AI is on the very first rung. It's called narrow AI. That means it's a genius at one specific thing, whether that's filtering your spam, picking your next song, or, a tool like ChatGPT writing a poem. Now, those other two rungs, general AI that can think like a human and super AI that's smarter than all of us combined, yeah, that's still firmly in the realm of science fiction. For now. So how does all this narrow AI stuff work? Well, it's got a pretty impressive toolkit. The biggest tool in the box is machine learning. That's where systems learn directly from tons of data, instead of a programmer writing rules for every little thing. Then you've got specialized tools like NLP, which helps AI understand what we're saying, and computer vision, which lets it, see. These are the fundamental building blocks. Okay, this is where we connect all those dots. Let's see how this tech actually shows up in our real lives. Because this is the fascinating part. AI isn't some far-off future concept. It is here. It's woven into the fabric of your day. Let's start with the things you probably can't go a day without. The devices in your home and the supercomputer sitting right there in your pocket. Remember when I asked if you've talked to your phone? Well, that's it. When you ask Siri or Alexa for something, that's natural language processing, or NLP, in action. It's taking your spoken words, figuring out what you mean, and getting you an answer. It's incredibly complex technology made to feel totally simple. Now, think about how you kick back and relax, or when you're shopping online. There's an AI working behind the scenes, pretty much acting as your personal DJ and stylist. You know that eerily accurate For You page on YouTube or the Because You Watched row on Netflix? That is 100% an AI recommendation system. It's looking at everything you've ever watched or bought and using those patterns to predict what you'll love next. It's constantly learning from you. But look, this technology is not just about convenience or selling us more stuff. It's also being used in some of the most important fields you can imagine. We're talking about medicine. And this is where you see the sheer power. A system like IBM Watson can digest thousands upon thousands of medical files, research papers, and patient records in seconds, something that would take a human being a lifetime. This helps doctors spot diseases earlier and more accurately, and can even suggest the absolute best treatments for an individual cancer patient. It's a game changer. So, we've seen how incredible AI can be. But like any truly powerful tool, it's a double-edged sword. There's a lot of promise, sure, but there's also potential for peril. We've got to look at both sides of the coin. And this lays it out pretty clearly. On one side, you have machines that work 24/7, don't get tired, and can make incredibly accurate, fast decisions. Amazing, right? But on the other side, you've got real worries. What does this mean for people's jobs? And what happens when this tech is used to create things like deepfakes? It's a massive balancing act, and it's not just a tech problem, it's a human one. So, knowing about this balance, this push and pull, brings us to the big question. Where are we headed? What does the future of AI actually look like? Well, one thing's for certain, this train is not slowing down. In fact, it's about to hit hyperdrive. With things like quantum computing just around the corner, we're talking about a leap in power that's kind of hard to even wrap our minds around right now. AI is going to get even more capable and even more woven into our lives. And this, right here, might be the single most important thing to remember from all of this. You know the old saying, with great power comes great responsibility? It's never been more true. As this tech gets more powerful, our job of guiding it becomes absolutely critical. We need strong ethical rules to make sure this is all being used for good. So I'm going to leave you with this to think about. We've seen what AI is, we've seen what it can do, and we see the huge impact it's having. The real mission from here on out isn't just about building smarter machines. It's about us making smarter choices. So the question we all have to ask is, how do we make sure this incredible, powerful tool remains a true partner for humanity?